This video from Sharp Help, we're going to be taking a look at receipt header message programming on the A207 register. So as standard on the machine, you have "thank you for your purchase" as the top three lines, and "we are looking forward to your next visit" at the bottom. So I'm going to show you how to edit these. It's fairly straightforward. What would be useful is if you've got a printout or copy of page 63 of the manual to hand, especially if you're planning to use punctuation, so any dots or dashes, because of the way the registers work, there's not enough buttons on there for it to work like a computer keyboard, so some of the entry is by code. But I'll show you how to do all that now. So it's mode 6 TLNS takes you into the programming mode. We're then arrowing down to setting and pressing TLNS to enter. And then I think logo messaging is line 10, there we go. And then there's only one option, receipt logo. So this brings up the default settings. There's a couple of things to point out. The standard message that Sharp have got on the machines is in a double-sized caps setting. So if you want to carry on doing that, you'll need to press caps here and then DC here, and you can see it's slightly altered the display there, so we now know that what we type in is going to be in bold or in caps and in bold. But if you don't want it in caps and bold, then just don't bother pressing those buttons. You've got a delete key here, so you can get rid of the default description. On the machine you've got 6 lines. They're currently set to 3 at the top and 3 at the bottom, and on each line you can have up to 24 characters if you're using the smaller font, and then half the amount if you're using the double size as we are, so you should bear that in mind as well. So I've written out what I'm going to program my top 3 lines as. So I've got Sharp Help, website, and then a made up phone number, just to give you an idea of how to enter different things. So for line 1 we've got Sharp Help, so your letters are all here, and it's like the old-fashioned mobile phone texting. There's more than one letter per button, so if you've got R and then P, you have to tell the till that you're happy with the R, and to save it you press this button here, and then you can enter the P. Space keys here. Okay, so we're happy with line 1. You can arrow down to the next line and then arrow back to the start. Delete as you go along, make it easier. There we are, we've got line 1 in, and we're now at the start of line 2. So if I refer back to what I wanted to program on there, I've got a website in, so I'm going to need my character codes, but I'm also going to have it in lowercase, and I don't want it in that bold. So to get rid of the bold, it's DC, and then to get rid of the caps, it's the caps button. Entering the characters is the same, so W, move on, W, move on button, and then W again. Now to enter your dot for the first bit of the website, the dot is accessed via code 046, so all you do is press this button here and then the character code, and then it puts the dot in for you. So if you don't have that reference sheet to hand, it's difficult because you're trying to guess a 3-digit code. Need another dot, so it's the code button and then 046. Okay, so there's line 2. So if you press this button, it takes you back out, but it has saved what you've got. So we can see Sharp Help at the top, and then we just double check it hasn't taken off that. That's P. No, it hasn't, it's just not showing it all. So there we go, we've got lines 1 and 2 in. So I'm now going to delete everything from line 3 and I'm going to pop in my phone number. So I'm working off this sheet here, so it's TEL, and then I'll be putting in some dots. I don't know if that's a colon or a semicolon. I want the TEL in caps. And then I'm looking for 058 on my code. And then I can start entering my numbers. So I'll put in a space, and then to get the numbers in you have to press this button here till the A changes to a number 1. There we go, so we're now on number entry format, so we can just type in the number. And then to put the space in again, because the space is also a number, you have to press text until you get the A back, and then that reverts it to being a number, sorry, a space button, and then you can go back to number entry for the rest of the number. Don't call this number, it's just a made up number to show you how to type in all the numbers. So there we go, that's lines 1 to 3 done. You can carry on and program whatever you want on lines 4, 5 and 6. You can also delete from lines 4, 5 and 6 if you're not using them, which is actually what I'm going to do. You can also save it like I did by pressing that TLNS button, and then you can come back to it and edit it in the future. What I'll also show you, I've got a different video showing you how to get rid of, if you don't want 6 lines, even if you delete them, it will still think you want like 3 at the top and 3 at the bottom. TLNS to save, escape cancel to come back. We just pop a quick sail through now. I'll try and illustrate what I was saying. Now on the sharps it's already printed. I haven't got the receipt switched on, that's not really useful. So we'll print out a copy of that transaction. You see it's still got the thank you for your purchase. That's because at the end of every receipt it prints the top of the next receipt, so the next transaction I run through will have my receipt header on it. So I'll set receipt to print on, so if I pop another sale through, this will have my receipt header on it. But you see it's also got the space where the deleted ones are, so I'm going to show you in a different video how to get rid of that, or how to alter the layout so you have 6 lines at the top. Obviously which one you go for will depend on how many lines your receipt header's got. So that video will be appearing on screen now, so you're welcome to check that out. You can also subscribe to this YouTube account. We're always posting new videos on the sharp tills, and you can also visit sharphelp.co.uk for full information. Thanks for watching.